Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1052, and the title, The New Morning. And judging by this title, I'm going to assume we are going to have this. We're gonna conclude that the raid arc was successful, but overall underwhelming victory for this massive saga. Like seriously underwhelming. Like half the things that happened really felt they were just like quickly happened, so we will be done quicker. It was the editors. I mean, this arc was going along for a long time, and a lot of people who argued the raid failing, they pretty much just used, or the main argument was pretty much, it will take too long. So, members of the editors also thought the same thing. I just wanted to end it quickly. But regardless, let's get to this chapter. So, we first get to the cover story where we just see a Caesar hiding behind walls, all nervous as Reiju notices him as the ring smokes are escaping. As the title box says, a certain scientist failed to get away. Now, I'm not sure if this means that he got captured or if he just, decided to hide himself somewhere on the island. Not sure if he'll be in that facility or what. But needless to say is he's there. I guess we're gonna get some updates on where he is and going on the story. So, anyways, then we start this story properly or continue it chronologically or whatever. Well, as we get the Holy Land Marie Joie, as then there's like a grave situation. And then we get one of the ghosts saying, "So, Nika has finally emerged. Two emperors have fallen. We won't be able to cover this up. The whole world will latch onto this news. The timing could not be any worse. How do we deal with this?" As we see the guy with the dreadlocks and the scar, who I'm not sure if this scar was as big as it was as it was previously, but I don't think it was. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe should have went back to check. But regardless, this guy's saying as we see a shot of Big Mom and Card over there. As then we cut to seas around Wano. As we have people talking for Dendamushi, I'm going to say the CP9 and the Gosei. As then we have some saying, "Are you certain the elephant is gone?" I'm going to say. As then we're going to have, I'm just going to say, the CP9 agent who run away be like, "Yes, it wandered into the mist. Just what was that?" Then we see the samurai guy be like, "So the borders are staying closed for now. That means Wano is still almost impenetrable." I mean, not really. I mean, there's just, I guess you could kind of like, no really. Like outside of uh some flyers being there and maybe kick the ships that, let's be real, aren't even gonna be there all that much. There really isn't that much to be worried about. What with the soundtrack of ships on the sea on Wano? Where the Big One pirates? Did they not get on Wano yet? Or are they still waiting around? Or did they go into hiding? Like, I don't know really. Like, this should be a ship, and I'm pretty sure the marine ship should have spotted them at this point. I mean, Queen Mama Shadow is really big. But regardless, let's go to the actual story as we get go say speaking as in one's like, it appears that they have modified their plan in light of this current situation. At least one of them has considerable gil. Now, even with our numbers, a direct invasion will be impossible. We can still have Nico Robin brought to us, correct? So I guess I go for options, as then we have the CP9 member who I was talking about earlier, who ran around and be like, "Yes!" Uh, as then we have someone be like, "Psst, psst." As then we have someone saying, "CP0, bzz, bzz, CP0, come in." Then we see some, I'm guessing some low-ranking CP members be like, "Someone is hijacking our signal, bzz, bzz. Listen up, bzz, bzz." And then they're like, "Who is this?" And then we have the guy saying, "Stay where you are, bzz, bzz. I'm on my way, bzz." So yeah, someone's on their way and who knows what. Now, I do actually question the whole the whole being impossible to have a direct invasion with the Marines. Now, unless this is referring to the ones who are there, because I feel like outside of that, there really shouldn't be any problems getting up there. Although I guess the Straw Hats and their kid and the Clubhouse are still there, but that's besides the point. Most of the things wouldn't really be a problem. Anyways, then we cut back to the Onigashima as we have now saying, after 20 years of tyranny in Wano, the news of Kozuki's victory is being met with jubilation. So yeah, then we cut to the castle interior Onigashima, as then we see where Hawkins and Drake are, as we see Drake on the floor, like, ugh. As then we have Hawkins come here, it's like, huff, huff. Drake, so you were a Marine dog this whole time. Then Drake like, you really expect me to answer that? And Drake's like, don't you think you have anything else to say? Like maybe pleading for mercy or something? Which is kind of funny. So are these two like these two were knocked out after the Toby Ropo. So where are the Toby Ropo right now? At the Toby Ropo right now? Because they seem to be nowhere to be found. Even later we get something else that's connected to a Toby Ropo, but we don't get an actual update. So, anyways, then we have Hawkins like going on one of the pillars, well, one of the wooden pillars, and sitting down there. Is like, as Drake's like, "You look like hell, huff huff. I thought those precious cards of yours, Cuff, promised you'd be safe if you stuck with Kaido." As they have Hawkins possibly Ratcon con in here explaining to Drake, I submitted to Cat Monster when he showed up because I knew doing otherwise would be certain death. But Kid and his crew fought to the bitter end. They were prepared to die. But even if I did foresee his victory, do you really think I would have gone crawling back to him? So yeah, then we see all that. We have a showing of the flashback, and Gito speaking, as then we have Drake remembering their conversation before the whole split up, revealed to be betrayed and all that. As then Drake is like, as then we have a flashback where like, if you're gonna switch sides, now is the time. What are your cards telling you? I'm divining tomorrow. I'm divining tomorrow's survival chances for a certain man. Only 1%. What a pity. And it's where you have Drake be like, when you were foretelling the future, the man you were talking about, and then I have Hawkins saying, it was me. And then we see Hawkins just falling down. No, I'm not sure if this means Hawkins is dead, or if he's just, just pain is getting to him, so he's now again falling unconscious. So yeah, I kind of feel like this was Ratcon in here just so to end it quickly, but still kind of a weird little thing. And it also weird that Hawkins is of all the ones who dies. Now granted we don't see him later, so maybe Drake's gonna take Hawkins and heal him so he could help Sword. I mean his fortune telling for as far as it goes has been pretty spot on. Like the only thing that's really wrong you could say is that Luffy will be dead at the end of the month, but even that's, like that's not really something that's wrong yet. Like the only thing that's really, I mean, this whole thing's like I think half a month or around that time period. But regardless, then we cut to the Flower Capital 7 days late after the end of the war. So like I said, we have no updates on that front. As then we have some people screaming, "Don't take down the decorations yet! Murosuke-sama, no, the Shogun has decreed that. We'll have another festival soon." Anyways, this is the update that I was talking about earlier. As we have our school taking place, as we have some of the students be like, "Mrs. Sahabi isn't coming back." As we can see the picture, the one that was, the one was at the beginning of the chapter, the ones with a snake tail, well, snake neck, his. As there are some of the guys being, how come? Some students be like, how come? And we have the new teacher be like, sorry, but we have to restart your history lessons. In our country's heroes from scratch. And the students are like, seriously? So, yeah, I guess now they're just gonna be doing, basically just, changing it, reviewing everything in the way it was supposed to be. Kind of just feels like a quick way to wrap up the whole fact that the children were raised to believe that Shogun Orochi was the good guy and Kuzuki was an idiot. Honestly. And like I said, it's weird how they don't even mention what happened here. Like, are they dead? They escape? Is there something we're gonna see later? Like, I don't know. The fact is that these yokai group that Black Maria had, that she was a part of, were, just with them. So I would assume that wherever she is would be also where Black Maria is, but apparently they can't get it. Like I don't really know if like replacing a teacher and all that is even going to be that smart. I mean, isn't it like based? Honestly, I know that Orochi is the propagandist here, and this is all what this guy's gonna say is true. But from the perspective of the kids and maybe the teenagers as well, would probably be like they are the ones lying here. I mean, let's be real. I mean, at least if Sahabi was, eating the omelet and the one saying that, at least that would, help. That would still come from the same person. But here it's just like, it was suspicious. But yeah, I'm guessing it's not gonna be addressed in that way. But still. Anyways, then we have this guy who's supposed to be a new teacher back. Our first lesson will be the story of the wonderful Kuzuki Oden. So yeah, anyways, then we have some of the civilians be like, I still can't believe that Wano's greatest beauty, Kurosaki, is really Oden-sama's daughter. Is there someone gonna be like, I heard that the Kappa Komatsu Dono saved her from the blazing castle. So yeah, then we have like some of the people, like the people from the poor districts being like, what an incredible display of loyalty! Like a boy drinking water, someone sparkling around them. Then we see that boy be like, yeah, haha, they're all laughing because of the smile still. I can see some more legitimate smiles. And there are people saying, and another scabbard was watching over things this whole time. Kyosho, the noble Yakuza boss, was really Danjiro in disguise. I guess that's their reactions to what's been happening and all that things in the background. Anyways, then we have like a bunch of people be bought food and all the house supplies. As there were people saying, saying Paradise Farm. Does anyone, as people are saying, does anyone know anything about the man that took down Kaido? He's apparently a warrior known as Joy Boy. Weird information to know. Not sure if that's someone different or someone else, but needless to say, that's something that people are saying. And then someone else saying, I heard he's no longer in the country. I love that. I would have loved to see him in person. His heroes and rivals, the legendary god of the blade. Which, alright, I know Aruma's like a big figure, but what exactly did Aruma do? Like, all that's mentioned is that he cut a dragon's head, which is great and all. I do understand why he'll be a legend, but like, was that dragon ruling and causing chaos for centuries until Aruma showed up? Because I mean, no offense, but 20 years of tyranny only for Luffy to show up and defeat that tyrant and Kaido and all his forces is a bit more impressive than cutting one dragon's head off. Just saying. Anyways, there we cut to the internal graves Ringo. As there we have Kawamatsu and Kinema talking as Kawamatsu is like, we are building another Shire, yeah. As Kinema's like, yes. They're saying, from this hill there will be, well actually, I was saying this. From this hill we will be overlooking the flower capital. As Kinema's like, just like the god of Blade, Yuma. So yeah, he's mentioned a few times here. They were contacted. We will put Oren Sama, probably Kanema actually. We will put Oren Sama to rest here, and he will be surrounded by all his allies, starting with Yusono Dono and all the other Daimyo who fought for this country, and ending with Ashura and Izo. So yeah, I guess one thing we just confirms that those final three numbers actually on the previous samurai. It was just a theory, but still kind of Izo kind of confirmed that's not the case with those three. Like the final numbers were really like weird characters once you actually think about it. They're just kind of there. And I guess this also confirms that Ashura and Izo are dead because we also see Ashura's blade and Izo's pistols there. So yeah. No, I actually do feel like these deaths are. I mean, to be fair, we kind of knew they were dead, but it's still kind of a weird little thing. Like their deaths is just kind of weird because they're not really. Well, say okay, if they were revealed to be alive, they really won't be that big of a problem because Ashura they have been more of a heroic moment during his death. That actual death with the explosion wasn't really all that like insane in terms of explosions. Like at least Pedro's was a giant explosion. Ashura's was more like I would say the storehouse size, so nothing really all that insane. And while Izo did have more like a moment where he like said, "Wait here, CP0," when he like stood up again, I again have to argue that's really that big of a feat considering like his actual death itself wasn't exactly like anything more or that impactful. It was like just a like double shot basically, with both of them I guess being finishing blows for everyone. But yeah, anyways, then we see the fox that we saw in the beginning, wolfing and Scaramouche like, Papa Papa, think we'll be honored here someday too, Onimaru? It's good to see you alive and well. I guess this is confirming it. Some people thought the Scaramouche was going to die because of the way how he ominously left. But here's confirmed that he's alive. Anyways, back. Is that fine with you, Marco Dono? Ask about Izo, which makes sense, as Marco's just like, of course, it's only right that his final resting place is in his home country, similar to how Whitebeard had this thing going on with him. So yeah, anyways, there we have Marco saying, seems like I've been left behind once again to say goodbye. So yeah, which is a very, very nice kind of moment when he says that. Now this does make me wonder if there were any other Whitebeard pirates who ended up dying during the Payback War. I mean, it's not really confirmed to deny anything yet, but still kind of makes me wonder about that front. So anyways, they will come out to saying, we know the feeling. As then we have Kinema saying, we are the ones who remain. If something were to happen to any more of our heroes, I don't think I could take it. I mean, to be fair, only Ashura and Izu were the ones who died. Everyone else is alive. Like I don't know where Raiju, Shinobu, Mokyogo, the Yakuza bosses are, but to the most part, it's been pretty like non-damaged. Although this could be because they're like foreshadowing to what's gonna happen in the next chapter or so, but we'll see on that front. So, anyways, we have someone saying, "Let us pray for their good health." Rakuten was saying. As then we have cut to the main castle as we see rumbling of a tummy. As then we see Yamato on the balcony be like, "I'm so hungry." No, I'm not. I'm not hungry. I'm not. So I guess she's just been sitting there waiting, as not eating anything. Probably some Japanese tradition or something. So, anyways, then we have someone screaming, "Brother, you've got to hear this." As then we have, I want to be like, you too, Yamato-kun. I'm guessing this is Hiyori saying it because she's the only thing sibling there. As then we have Hiyori saying, Luffy Taran-san and Zoro-Juro-san. And they're like, she can finally eat. And take a bath because she's seriously like, looks like she hasn't actually done any kind of care after the battle for these 7 days. As then we have Hiyori like kicking Monosuke in the face. And she's like, they finally opened their eyes. As in, Monosuke's like, will you ever stop being a tomboy? No, it hurts. So yeah, I guess I mean to be fair, this was something that was said earlier, but it's kind of funny to see it be brought here. Like I'm not sure if that's actually gonna be like a more continuous thing, or that's just gonna be a thing for now. I mean, just to be like more, quick about stuff. So, anyways, then we get Luffy and Zoro back as they're both like screaming meat. Well, Luffy's screaming meat while Zoro's screaming booze. As they're all happy. I mean, going a bit lie, it's kind of weird how Zoro's like fine after that like ominous way he was treated for the last couple of chapters, like what his status was. But to be fair, it didn't seem like Chopper was all that worried, so I guess it makes sense that he'd be fine. So anyways, then Momonosuke come in there and be like, Luffy, Zoro, you're finally awake. As then we see some geishas being like, well, Luffy saying, more meat coming right up. Actually, that might just be a bunch of geishas saying it. There seem to be some geishas bring food and taking servants, but you know what I mean. Anyways, then we see this one saying, this man, this gets great. Give me seconds, another. So yeah, also while we have everyone celebrating, we see like Yamato also running alongside Hiyori and Momonosuke. We see that nurse Mink looking at some bandages to get ready. We see I think Nami reading a story to Toko. Then we see Sanji there. I think we also see Otama there, a few servants. We see the Doctor Ming also there. We see Luffy and Zoro eating and drinking, as we also see Nakamushi in the background and Brooks make a song. So anyways, there we have Momonosuke saying, Luffy, Zoro, save Save some room for later. I have been waiting for you to wake up so I could summon the whole country for a huge banquet. Let's do it today. So yeah, I guess that's the reason. I guess that's the reason why I haven't seen anything. As then we see Luffy and Zoro both looking at him like, huh? Huh? As then we see like Yamato hugging Luffy, as then Chopper's on top of Zoro, which is actually something that was in a fan drawing at some point. As then Momonosuke be like, wait, don't you recognize me? I'm Momonosuke! So yeah, I mean, to be fair, none of them actually did see Momonosuke outside the dragon form, but still, can't find what their reaction is. So yeah, anyways, there we have, so I'm guessing Luffy's going, what? You're really an adult now? I guess he always thought that just only the dragon form was gonna be that. As then we have someone again Zoro saying, you look pretty strong. I mean, not really. He just looks like, your standard macho man. And then we have uh, someone saying, I'm guessing Luffy, is it because you got Odin's blood? Let me take a crack at ya. Uh, yeah, no. I mean, Momonosuke might be physically stronger now, but he is nowhere near that level. Like, why do you have to attack thinking that he's gonna be now as strong as you two or something? And then we have someone screaming, knock it off! And then we have Momonosuke, like, jumping at Nami. It's like, oh, Nami, those two fiends are picking on me again. Please save me. As he's dying, and, like, actually starts to grope. The young guy gropes Nami. As then Nami's like, yeah! And then she just punches him, like, get off of me! As then we have Momonosuke be like, but I'm still 8 years old. Not as he's like, none of this hurts, which I do think it may hit a little bit, but it's not actually anything painful. And then we have Nami be like, oh, I guess that's true. So yeah, I guess I mean this is pretty much like a joke we all expected it to happen. Like as soon as we found out that Momonosuke's gonna be a grown up now. And then have Luffy be like, yep, he's definitely tougher. So yeah. I mean, to be fair, Nami's punches and kicks are more of a joke than anything else, but still. Anyways, there we see Book and Satoshi all smiles like, yeah, haha! Welcome to adulthood, Momo! No more special privileges for you! So, yeah, I guess that's gonna be the case now. Anyways, there Yamato being there, he's like, he's still a child on the inside, but on the outside, he's basically older now. As she puts a plate on top of Momonosuke's hat, as then Momonosuke saying, quit putting plates on my hat. So okay, that's something she's been doing constantly. Is this why we had Odin have the hairstyle that he did have, just so we can have like this type of joke with it? Anyways, there we have Yamato saying, you should thank your parents for giving you such a strong body. I'm sure you'll be the #1 samurai in the country someday. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't have that much years of any experience, and he's already apparently extremely tough, but still, it makes sense. And with there, Yamato patting Yamosuke on the back, as there, Yamosuke saying, I will give it my all. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, you have good masters now to train, all that, so it's great. Anyways, then I would be like, Yamato, let's take a bath together before the festival. Your vigil has ended, right? And then it was like, vigil? And then like you get the Wano tradition part, as Jim is like, in Wano, they have a custom to give something up until their prayers are answered by their god. And then we have Yamato revealing that I swear not to eat or bathe until the two of you recovered. So yeah, I guess you finally removed things. Which is alright. I mean, I honestly feel like this is not a smart thing to do, honestly. Do not do this, people! Do not do this tradition, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna end up terribly. Like, you see that joke about how there's no difference between a prayer and medical work? Well, doing prayer and medical work, or just doing medical work? That's pretty much the case here. Like, don't do it. Everything Luffy is saying, seriously, thanks, Yama, bro. That must be why I'm feeling so great. No, it's just that the weird religious stuff they have. As they have Majira be like, what a good person. To her, like, I guess, just deciding to starve and not bathe. I don't think that's called a good person. I think that just says to be a lazy person. So, yeah. Anyways, then we have Zoro be like, I'm surprised we are not dirty ourselves. As if we all behind him be like, that's because I was changing and wiping your bodies clean. Does that please you? Teehee. So yeah, we get a bunch of jokes like this. And then we have Sanji all big all burning. He's like, Mars head, you bastard! How could you? Did we not see that or something? Weird. And I'm not sure why they wouldn't. I also don't know why they thought they weren't going to be cleaned by someone like Chopper or something. I mean, that is necessary. So, anyways, then we have Zoro remembering Sanji's last words that he did before, the ended their fights with Queen and King. Is Sanji like, after Dust House, if I'm no longer myself, I want you put me to down. And then have Zoro be like, oh yeah. And then have Zoro and Sanji go into a fight, as then Zoro's like, I must have returned from hell to fulfill my promise to kill you. Well, the promise was if Sanji is different than what he is. But here, he's not completely the same, so I'm not sure exactly that the promise is the case. Anyways, there was Sanji was saying, I don't need your help with that anymore. Anyways, there we have Yamato saying, this character doesn't have mixed paths, so I'll pass Nami. And they have, what was her name? Oh, wait, I'm blanking on her name. Not Toki, what was it again? I can't remember exactly. Let me have Okiko saying, well, I would like to join you if you are okay with that. So yeah, I guess now we're gonna get a fan service scene basically. As then we have Castle Unseen. It's bath time. As then we have Man's Bath as we see Zoro, Momonosuke, Jibuk, Jinbei, Nakamushi, Chopper, Luffy, and Yamato all there. They're like, yay! As we see Sanji get a nosebleed, look at yay! As they're all there. Oh, is this not gonna help those debates anymore? Not even the last India Momonosuke sucked. Then we go to women's bath where we see Na or Tama, I guess preferring Nami to be mothered in Speed, even though she said she wanted Speed to be her mother. They're being with Nami. There is she's actually groping Nami. Actually, then we see Toko over there. Which, funny enough, I don't think we actually seen Toko and Tama together. Then we have Kumayu also there, as we see is Shinobu there as well. Then we see Kiko talking with Hiyori, as we see Speed in the background washing off, as his character also there. As then we have them speaking, as Nami says, the guys sure are loud. Well, mostly just Luffy and Yamato. As he comes out like, I hope I become bewitching too one day. I mean, don't worry, this is the One Piece world, you get this kind of body in a few weeks. Then we have Okiko saying, I always used to bathe with Odin Sama and the others before, but it would be too embarrassing to join men I'm not used to. I guess they're fine with Okiko being there. I mean, to be fair, she barely looks any different than the regular girls in that area, just way bigger, honestly. Then we have Hiro saying, you look just like you did back then, Okiko. Kuchan, I think I'm older than you now. Maybe, I'm not sure. I didn't check the ages. Then we see what they were saying. This is so nice. Ah. So yeah. Anyways, then we cut to outside as we get some serious back. The background is being held today. It's time to really celebrate the return of the Kozuki clan. Get the word out to every region. So yeah, that is indeed happening. Then we cut to Togake Port, Udon, as we see the Sunny, and the Kid pirates ship. I'm forgetting what it is. I think it's something Punk, but I don't know exactly. As there we have, see where Frankie and Usopp were, as Frankie's like, phew, we finally got everything ship-shape. As Usopp like, yep, they look ready to sail. I guess their ships were damaged during the fire or something. As then we have everyone like resting a bit, as we also see the guy with nails in his nose. As Frankie's saying, General Frankie is as good as new too. As we see General Frankie in the background. As there we have like Bappo of all, and a few I think kid pirates be like, that's so cool. I think Bappo's the one who says that, but you can also tell they're finding it cool as well. As Frank is like he. Anyways, then we have Kid like eating some meat outside as he's like, don't get too buddy with them. We can't let our guards down till we are safely back at sea. I guess he's just grouchy at the fact how this whole alliance thing. As then, uh, I think Killer saying, I don't know how the information is gonna leak, but you can be damn sure the papers will catch wind of what's happened. With the Emperor's gone, we're gonna have the biggest targets on our backs. And some of the regular kid parts like, gulp. I guess they haven't realized it until now. Anyways, there we have Lara being all like trying to be all cool. Is like, That's right. Being a close-off country doesn't necessarily mean they can't find out, but it does mean we have no way to monitor what their response will be. So yeah, that's the thing they're wondering right now. As then we have Beppo saying, "Do you think the captain's bounty will they might raise it to unthinkable large amount?" Ah, ba, 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 ba. Oh, that laugh sounded like good. As then we see Beppo saying that to some of the kid pirates. So yeah, as we're all expecting that. Now I'm actually curious on what the kid and law pirates crew bounties are gonna be because a lot of people have been speculating on the bit on the not one Straw Hat Pirates. I'm not sure if anyone's actually speculating what Kid and Law's bounties are gonna be after the whole adventure. As then we see some of the kids pirates be like Abu and a number. So yeah, here's the now update with the villain, but again, this is like Inba has been barely a captain at all. Anyways, Abu's on Inba's hand as Abu's like saying, You're right, it leaked. How could this be possible? Oh, it was obviously, as in we have kids saying, it was you, obviously, you damn bastard. So yeah, I guess Apu has some way of communicating. So yeah, anyways, there we have Apu saying, check it out, the bounties you on so curious about. Wanna take a peek? So I guess he got new newspapers there as well. Suppose they're not beating the shit off him, considering how kids views Apu. As they have Pooh saying, it's all in there. As we see like a newspaper that actually seems to be like a giant fake book. Like I kind of feel like every single bounty on every single kid and hot bio might have just increased or got. Like I don't know, just that book seems to be extremely big. Then we see a kid just looking at it, having like more of like a remorseful face. Not sure exactly. Not sure if he's checking it. Not sure about it, but anyways, Abu then says your updated bounties and the names of those who have been newly dubbed emperors of the sea. So I guess we have multiple emperors, which, to be fair, I have no problem with Lion Kid becoming emperors. But the problem is, in my opinion, that a lot of the Kid Hot Pirate crews don't really feel like they're ready for that title just yet. Like, Kid Pirates at least have Killer as the right hand when it comes to this type of stuff, but the rest are kind of have done nothing, and the hard pirates, all of them, pretty much done nothing in terms of combat to deserve the title of emperors. So I'm kind of curious if they will actually be emperors. Honestly, it would be a pretty interesting twist if there's someone else instead of Kid and Law who became an emperor. I mean, we have no idea what the news that got leaked was, so we will actually see. Like, even if Apu is the one who leaked it, who knows what he said? That's the problem here. So yeah, anyways, we just then cut to somewhere. As we have, I'm guessing the CP9 might be like, tell me your exact position. As if this person is saying, I just said Sakazuki-san, I'm in the sky. As in, actually, that seems like the one who's speaking to this guy right now. As if this person saying, be more specific. As if we have this guy saying, oh, I can see one up ahead. Jeff Sakazuki-san saying, you are not to do anything I say. Understood? Ryukyugo? As there we have it, Ryukyugo. Not revealed yet, but he is there. I was saying, I know, already. Goodness. As they're saying, Admiral Ryuko is in play. End of chapter. Now, I heard there's apparently gonna be like a month break after the next chapter or so, and I'm going to believe it, but I'm not exactly sure. Like, there's no text here saying or confirming there's gonna be a break or something. Just, the standard, this annual chapter. Now, as for Ryuku, we see the back of his bag basically, in the Marines, and it's just a standard Marine code. But what is interesting is that he actually has like a flower petal that's actually on top of him, and he's spinning like a helicopter. So he's basically flying like this as well. The helicopter is flying, giving him the ability to fly. So yeah, it's a pretty funny way to travel, all things considered. But I am curious on how this is gonna go. What's gonna capture Ryuku is gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be like revealed in the next chapter, but I don't know. As for Ryuku's Devil Fruit, well, most people thought it was gonna be something plant-based, so it's no shock there. The question is, what type is it gonna be? My personal belief is gonna be a mythical Zoan with some kind of creature that has plant powers. It's in my opinion that makes sense. If you had like a Logia, Paramecia, and a Zoan that would users in as Atmos itself having like I don't know, one Lugia and two Paramecia, although that could also work considering the fact that considering the fact that Fujitora and Ryugu joined together, so it makes kind of sense with Paramecia. But you know, what I mean, like right now my idea is like a mythical dryad or some kind of food like that. Not sure exactly, but I'm gonna say we're gonna have it be revealed soon. Maybe I'm not exactly sure. I mean, to be fair, some of the fruits do need a while to get their box there, what they actually are, like Kaido. Like I think we only found out about what his Level fruit is after he defeated Red Scabbards. But yeah. So regardless, this is the end of the chapter. As for what will happen next chapter, well, bounties reveal, banquet, Ryukyugo's appearance reveal. So I'm guessing it's just gonna be that. Like I'm imagining the next chapter is gonna be very loaded, but it's not gonna be much outside of that. Like this chapter is more comedy based, the next chapter is gonna be more like reveal based. So yeah. With that said, I hope you like this video. I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And all that stuff. Don't forget to leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.